When I was a little girl, I was about 9, you start your womanhood ceremonies. And my very first one was my mother tying my moccasins for the first time. And what they do is they bring you out into a circle. And before you put your first moccasins on, your feet touch the earth. And she said, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to know that this earth, Mother Earth, Unchimaka, Grandmother Earth, will provide everything that you need. So if you ever lose weight, if you ever need something, if you need food or medicine, she is there as long as you're there for her. And to honor that. And it really impacted me in a way that I was a Lakota woman and that it was my responsibility to also make that connection. And I feel like it's really been a gift because it's given me a foundation to know who I am. Today we are catering for the World Wildlife Fund at Partnership for Native Americans. Hi, welcome everybody. Hamadakiapi. My name is Kimberly Tilsen-Brave. My Lakota name is Wambli Wankawi. I am a citizen of the Oglala Lakota Nation here. And my business is basically, I want healthier options and I want to utilize Indigenous ingredients. It's about the quality of the food. You want a carrot to taste like a carrot. You want a cucumber to taste like a cucumber. And what happens, I think, in mainstream food system, we're losing the quality. You know, may have picked that 30 days ago, and by the time it gets to us, like it's about to go prime and get mushy. And here I know who has grown that. I know how they care for the soil. I know that it tastes the way that I am envisioning it to taste. And I also think it's really important that we support local producers and local growers, and it makes us better chefs, and it makes the experience for the guests so much better. This is slow roasted buffalo roast, cooked in rendered duck fat. And what happens is, like, if you see, I inject duck fat into the rivers, and so it literally just melts in your mouth. Every single person you meet has a nostalgic connection to a meal or a memory. And so when you start to say, you know, here is Grandma Rachel's potato salad, it is my grandmother. And so when I prepare that food, I think of her. And so when you start to break it down to like a nostalgic connection with food, people become human and they humanize you and they want to hear your story. I like to honor and highlight my people. Invisibility is the last step in genocide, and so telling our stories in a way that is not scary or confrontational, and that's what food does. You know, as soon as you give someone a plate of food, they're like, oh, this is nice, I'm being loved and cared for. I'm like, and, you know, and so I think that it has a lot to do with it. I feel good. People are excited about the food. It's so cool to be able to have this food out here in the middle of, you know, our land. For us in our culture, we pray when we forage, we pray when we prepare, and like literally pray for ourselves and for the people that we're about to prepare food for, and it's a spiritual experience. We don't have to fit into a certain square of what Indigenous food is, that we have the ability to kind of flex our muscle and our creativity in the way that we want. I am learning new things every day from other Indigenous chefs, you know, because there's no cookbooks from our ancestors, right? But we knew that they used these ingredients. So like, it is about reinventing and figuring it out. I like that process of exploring. The Black Hills are a rich place. That's why I live here. It's our spiritual connection to home. It's where we come from. It's where we pray. It's where we gather. And it's incredibly beautiful and a powerful place if you allow yourself to take it in. It's the same thing of the Badlands. Like, people have a fear of it, and maybe they should, because it can be scary. There's, you know, snakes and other things. But if you allow yourself to, you know, be in the moment and like feel the spiritual experience of it, the wind and the air and the hear the birds, it's incredible. I mean, it could be a safari in Africa. You know, everyone's like, oh, I go here and go here. And I'm like, we live in one of the most beautiful states in the world, right here. with a huge variety of landscape, a huge variety of people, and it's a beautiful place, and I'm proud of where I come from.